From semiconductor plants in Arizona, Ohio, and New York, to solar panel makers in Georgia, to windmill production in Colorado, manufacturing is coming back to U.S. soil.
Yeah, well, we are in what we call a manufacturing super cycle.
Rosemary Coates is the executive director of the Reshoring Institute, a nonprofit that supports manufacturing in the United States.
Industrial real estate investment is up by 30% this year. I've talked to a couple of developers and actually spoke at a big conference last week where the industrial development community is all excited.
The recipe for this super cycle, say trade experts, is the combination of billions of dollars in manufacturing incentives under the Biden administration, coupled with tariffs and trade restrictions imposed by the Trump administration. Jamieson Greer served as chief of staff under U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer.
We have to recognize that the Trump administration passed a new NAFTA that incentivized more production in the United States, and they imposed tariffs on China that disincentivized imports of auto parts and autos from China.
So far, President Joe Biden has kept former President Donald Trump's tariffs on Chinese goods and his ban of U.S. technology exports to Chinese companies like Huawei. Both administrations supported a combination of subsidies and trade restrictions designed to protect American workers and innovation, as U.S. Trade Representative Katherine Tai explained at the Center for American Progress in October.
So whether that's through supply chains, through coordinating defenses against unfair policies, we are looking for better ways of acknowledging the challenges that we have encountered.
Greer says this new American trade posture is evident in the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, or IPEF, which is being negotiated between APEC nations. Unlike the comprehensive trade agreements of the past, IPEF, he says, increases trade through targeted and incremental steps.
I think that we do have a new approach now. And I think, what I hope is it's not an anti-trade approach. And again, it's not a protectionist approach, but it's a pragmatic approach.
Coates says it's also an approach that fits the strategic priorities of modern American companies, one of choosing to produce goods closer to the buyer so they can reduce emissions.
When you shorten global supply chains, you also reduce your carbon footprint.
This, says Coates, is the new face of Made in America. Jessica Stone, VOA News.